Today on Fresh or Frozen, we're taking on Tocino. Now ask yourself a question. When is the last time you actually made your own tocino at home? Waiting. One of the most important things about tocino is, well, two things really. So they use SP and they use red food coloring. There's really nothing wrong about food coloring, like no one can prove anything about it. But at least by making it at home, you do have the opportunity of just using natural ingredients. So the recipe that I will be making, today will actually be just 100% natural, will not be in the same color, but hopefully it'll be just as tasty. This is a very simple dish, as you'll see in terms of the process, and it's all about kind of building the flavor blocks that are required for the pork. You can use different cuts of pork for this recipe. Today we're gonna be using kasim, which is basically the pork ham. You can also use the pork belly, and you can use the pork butt, or it's not really the butt, but it's really the shoulder of the pork. What's really important is that you do have some fat in there and that you actually cut it nice and thin. Because if it's thick, it won't really get as soft as you're used to having in terms of your tocino. The next thing that's important to note with this recipe is this won't be like your red, super sticky tocino. Usually that red coloring comes from artificial colors. So the first thing we're gonna do is really quickly prepare our marinade. So we're gonna start off by mincing some garlic. So I have some rice flour, which I'm gonna mix with some rice vinegar and some soy sauce, some garlic powder, black pepper, and some salt. Mix all that together. The idea here is to just get a nice homogeneous mix. Now, the key to tocino is this bad boy right here. Tocino is absolutely nothing without brown sugar. Like, this has to be stupid sweet. That's why when you cook tocino, you have to do it very slowly on a low heat, because you don't want to burn those sugars way too quickly. So I put a lot of it, as you can tell. You can definitely kind of reduce the amount of sugar if you want, but if you want that true authentic tocino flavor, just don't be careful with the amount that you're adding in. If you've had tocino and pampanga, you'll realize that sometimes you have like a slight acidic flavor to it, which I think is really important in tocino. But the pineapple also just helps break down the proteins, which makes the proteins a bit softer and more tender. So that all gets mixed into with the marinade. Make sure you get all that sugar. So once everything is massaged, always remember of kind of like the history behind these dishes. Before there was refrigeration or fridges, a lot of the food would be preserved in salt, such as soy sauce or even just regular salt, and in vinegars like what we have here. So I would actually recommend leaving this out to marinate, not in the fridge. The fridge will actually delay penetration of the flavor. But if your house has a temperate climate, then go ahead and leave this outside for at least, I don't know, 6 hours. But again, I'd prefer if you left this much longer, maybe 12 hours up to 18 hours. There, tocino. And then on the other side, we're gonna be using our tocino, which clearly massive difference in color. So one is really pink, and this one is just regular pork color, slightly opaque because of the marinade. Both our tocinos are cooked. So without further ado, let's invite our food expert, Martin. Come in. Say hi, I'm Martin, I'm the food expert.
Hi, I'm Martin, I'm the food expert.
I was kidding. Yeah, you know which is which. Yeah. Easy to tell. We're being fancy. Martin is using a knife and a fork. Smooth. Well, first thought, you definitely need garlic rice.
This time around, this one is the winner for me. Because, although...
Wait, I won?
Yeah. Congrats.
We have like
Forgot
super
my wallet.
fake applause SFX screen. Can't have people in the studio.
I'm really looking for that thing that says I'm pork. Because when you do this, the fact that there are shreds.
So look at how this breaks. If you see those shreds, right? Let's compare this to this.
It got super mushy.
So basically, because of all the stuff that's in here, it's really mushy. But again, I think what you said is spot on. You'll never get rid of this. It's something you love as a kid. It's something that if you eat as an adult, you'll still love it, but I feel like you'll feel like after it. Like you'll question your life choices.
This one you eat like this, yours I eat like that.
And with that, thank you for watching again, guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode.